Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing a Gargoyle Wanderer of Lugonu. Last episode we finished up the lair. I think last episode was also the one where we did some funny business in Orc. What was I trying to look at? I don't know, it doesn't matter. We did part of Orc, and then we got kind of scared away. I think we should go back to Orc, try to finish it up. I'm not too keen on going much deeper in the dungeon. Well, Dungeon 13 was fine as far as we got. I don't know. I'm still afraid of Saint Roca and all those other orcs. Let me put this on I. I like to put my Ring of Sea Invisible on I, and I usually forget to actually do it. I should just set it up to happen automatically, but instead I haven't done that. So there you go. Efficiency in action. Doing something manually every game instead of just instead of setting up a computer to do it. That's real automation. Yeah, this is like, I don't know, Centaur Warrior Zombie. It's a little weird to run into Centaur Warrior Zombies, because it's a fairly recent feature that it tells you what the base monster was, as opposed to just saying it's a Centaur Zombie, but unusually strong for reasons that are unclear to you. It's a nice change, but I'm still like a little bit surprised by it as all. Ice Cave here is nice. Let's go ahead and banish this Cyclops before he can hit us with some horrible large rocks. It's an escape hatch. I'm thinking, wait a minute, what's with the Wraiths? I guess they're not so uncommon in late dungeon. I thought they might be like freezing Wraiths indicating that the Ice Cave is near, but I think they were probably just coincidental Wraiths. So I'm just going to go grab another staircase. That one had a few too many monsters near it. Distant, okay. Oh, I forgot. I still want to review the footage for that last episode to see if I'm right about Yaktar. If I'm right about how the map revealing bug is behaving. It would be a nice lead to get to know that like that's somehow related. Then maybe I could try a little harder to reproduce it or ask someone a little bit more knowledgeable about the relevant systems, like what could be the problem. I don't know. I guess I'm just talking maybe more about it than you guys care to hear, because you're here to watch Crawl, of course. But hello? Oh, it's Amnesia. That's why we're not picking it up. But I'm just a little bit like excited. Oh, that's interesting. So it was distant from here, and it's also distant from down here, which tells me it's in like this neighborhood. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just excited that I kind of finally have a lead on this thing that I've wanted to fix for months and had no idea what was going on at all. Ooh, that's nice. Now maybe we can have a hope of someday getting our trove, nearby. So I'm guessing in here, basically. Hello? Man, it's hard to get there. I'm gonna check. This is a little weird. I don't think that's the ice cave. No, it's something else. But just in case, I wanted to check it out. This looks like the ice cave. All right. Get out of here, you dumb hungry ghost. Okay, we can just tab all this, I think. Wow, an ice dragon. This is like the kind of stuff you would expect to find at the end of the ice cave, not guarding it. But I guess it's just in late dungeon. The entry vaults are a little bit more dangerous, I guess. Makes sense. I expect the monsters inside to be more dangerous as well. Like, maybe we'll run into the one with a fiend at the end or something. Let's take some more decks. Kind of a tough choice. Like this, our strength could stand to be higher, but I feel like it'll get higher on its own, probably. And I don't want to spend points getting it. Like I don't expect it to. I don't expect to want it to get much higher than it is now. A little higher. I don't know. Maybe someday we'll find gold dragon armor and we'll want to wear that, but I think plate is fine, and we could settle for a different dragon, like I don't know, pick up shadow dragon armor or something, storm dragon, something not quite as outrageously heavy as golden dragon. Let's drop, like, I actually want to carry the Great Mace. If it's like Simulacra or Demons, it'll be fantastic to have that. Drop like Ice Blast and some spare Confusion, random effects. I'll probably leave most of this on the ground, honestly. Mapping. Oh, Flight. Don't need those anymore. Alright, that ought to do. 6 slots. Oops, I didn't notice there was a gargoyle there that I could have... This actually doesn't look too bad. It's the Yak's cave. It seems a little weird to me that we would generate an easy ice cave, but have the monsters guarding it be like pretty hard. It seems a little weird. A gargoyle earth elementalist. I am not excited about fighting this guy, so we'll just banish him a few times until he goes away. Great. Thanks, Lugonu. You really are the best. I'm trying. When did I last play an Abyssal Knight? Or actually, let's ask the bot here. When did I last worship Lugonu? Was it my Troll Arcane Mark? Or no. My Formicid Abyssal Knight. I don't really remember that game. But I guess it happened. I'm just like... I don't know, this game, I'm just noticing like how disgustingly strong Banishment is in a way that where previously I feel like I must have been taking it for granted. Like, the ability to just instantly kill a monster who threatens your life from range, like, that's ridiculous. It's so nuts. The stuff a lot of gods do is pretty nuts, I guess, and maybe I'm just appreciating this more because I currently have it, but I don't know. Like, I don't know, Zin's Sanctuary is equally nuts, and like Imprison in some contexts is better than Banish, because it doesn't have a fail chance, and it gets a monster out of the way. You often don't need the monster killed, you just need it gone for a little while. Now, so, by the way, you can skip, this is like a shortcut here, but I think I'll go the long way just to get some more experience. Having Flight, and like the more loot, having Flight or Swimming or something enables you to take a shortcut in this ice cave, but usually I don't find that I really want to. It just, you miss out on a couple monsters and a little loot, and it's like, gosh, really would have rather gone the long way, honestly. So there should be like, what, a Frost Giant at the end here, probably, I think. Maybe an Ice Dragon, I believe, is also... Rune Gloves is also a possibility. Man, you see what a genius I am? The one piece of armor I decided not to upgrade is the one that I found... that I decided rather not to enchant. Is the one that I found an upgrade for in the Ice Cave. It was all planned. I knew all along that we would someday get good gloves. That's how I made this decision that might otherwise look like complete random luck, when really it was extreme foresight. I feel like we need more fighting, and armor. Now remember, we do have corrupt available here if we want it. You can't banish a statue, right? No. Not that I really want to, but I just realized I wasn't totally sure whether it was possible or not. Enchant armor, nice. Ice Blast, Ambrosia. So if I wanted to enchant my armor, what would I choose? I guess I'll wait until I'm out of this this ice cave, because you often find like gloves of cold resistance or whatever, and in that case I don't want to like waste an enchant armor on my gloves if I'm just about to find an upgrade for them. A lot of Death Yaks here. This would be an okay spot to corrupt, maybe, except that it's so cramped it will be hard to get out, right? We'll be surrounded by abyssal monsters. And right now, there's just like basically the one Death Yak. I guess the polar bear is kind of a threat as well. But mostly, we're surrounded by monsters who are not that big a deal. You know what, actually, let's, it might be a good idea to quaff a potion here, some sort of buff, because the Death Yaks can do noticeable amounts of damage to us, and so can polar bears, and there's several of them. And then at the end, the Frost Giant might have heard all of the commotion and come running. So I think it's probably a good idea to quaff a potion of might here. Just to, we've got a long fight with several, at least somewhat dangerous monsters. And I want to make sure that we don't run into trouble. So use might proactively. And I mean, we could like banish this guy, but I don't think we need to. We have might on, right? Yeah, this is going fine. And indeed, since we popped might, we've lost like 2 health. Pretty good deal, I think. Right, there should be a Frost Giant just around the corner here. I'm kind of trying to get there while I still have might on, but I think that that's... Wow, we have 2 pips of cold resistance. Maybe we can just have a Frost Giant. I was thinking I was going to corrupt him, but... Okay, well, turns out we didn't get to the Frost Giant, probably. But we are getting more use out of our might by not resting back there. Alright, there goes might. Oh well. Let's back up to here. Just so that monsters can't see us. They can't wander by and see us except for the one we're fighting. It should improve, like... It should keep the number of monsters who happen to find us lower, I think. Maybe we're making enough noise to attract monsters anyway. But, you know, the best we can do is reduce the expected number of monsters who will see us. And, you know, if some see us anyway, that's life, I guess. Alright, so I don't like this guy at all. Even with my 2 pips of cold resist, I think he's pretty dangerous. I don't know, 2 pips of cold resist, 41 armor? Maybe I can get away with not banishing him or doing anything. But is that worth the risk? Like, I could just banish him after a few tries, probably. Right? Like, what's the average expected number of tries? We're banishing 2 times out of 5. So I always forget how to calculate that. I mean, you expect it to take about 5/2 tries, but then I think it's also like +1, so somewhere between like 2 and 4 tries on average to banish him. If I had to place my life on a single bet, I would say it's about 3.5 expected tries to banish him, which I think is pretty good. Good enough. Get out of here, buddy. Alright, well, as it happens, it took 5. So, not the best rolls, but good enough. A Ring of Ice. I'm not thrilled about a Ring of Ice, but I guess I'll take it with me. This staff Staff of Power, okay. Book of Ice, I probably do want to take. Book of Cantrips, I want to memorize Apportation immediately and Animate Skeleton, and then just leave it because the other spells there are junk. I don't think I really need another Ring of Protection from Cold. I don't want any of these spells, except maybe Simulacrum, I guess. But if I want Simulacrum, I'll want the spells in this book, so I'm just going to leave it there. Nothing else on the floor that we left behind, right? Right. Don't want the Arbalest of Freezing. Aha, there's stuff up here, though. Not much, as it happens. Alright, now we were going to read our Scroll of Enchant Armor on the helmet. Okay. Gargoyles are now fairly trivial for us. Oh, that's right. Is there any of that stuff I should go pick up? Yes, at least the Scrolls of Magic Mapping. And I should drop some of the stuff I carried with me that I don't want, like this. All my friggin' wands of slowing, who cares about them? Scrolls of Enchant Weapon, arguably, I should stop carrying with me to free up some space, but the space is just not that important. Ah, pick up the Scrolls of Magic Mapping, I forgot. Right, there we go. Back to Auto Explorer. Am I wearing the... Yeah, that's the rings I want to wear. What's the other one I could wear? Magical Power? I should probably just drop that, honestly. I don't think I'll want it anytime soon. Yeah, sure, why not? There's another Battle Axe of Freezing, since we couldn't get the one off of the... Oh, here's Vaults. We couldn't get the one off the Frost Giant. There's one we could have instead. Come here. Yeah, I can't go out there. I don't want to fight him with the Yaktar shooting at me. Wand of Ice Blast is pretty cool. Oh, there's a Vault Guard as well. Maybe these guys will have some nice weapons for me. A wizard. How likely are you to banish or paralyze me? Not very. But I don't like the fact that the odds of that are greater than 0, honestly. Alright, well, I tried to banish him, but then he got close, and I was like, never mind. Whoops, shouldn't have held down tab there. Really, you should never hold down tab, but sometimes hubris gets the better of you. Hubris and laziness / indolence. I think it's correct to use indolence in that context. I basically only understand indolent as a synonym for lazy, but it may have some connotations that I don't know the nuances of, you know? So maybe it's wrong to have said indolent there. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Sometimes I get it confused with insolent. Oh, that's nice to have. Yeah, I'll take it. The first time I heard the word indolent, actually I probably just read it right, but I thought it actually was insolent, and that I just like misread or misunderstood it somehow. It's not a very popular word, really, or popular. I don't know. I don't hear it said very much, or see it written for that matter. That's kind of a cool word. Get out of here, you dang ugly thing! No sneaking up behind me. Isn't it amazing? Just like you've got a button, you point it at a monster, and the monster goes away forever. It's pretty good, I think. Oh, all right. Shoutitis. I'll keep it. Who cares? I'm not going to cure out as something so irrelevant. I don't appreciate that shapeshifter. I don't really understand like how the shapeshifter mechanics work with regard to like, really? All right, I'll take it. We got evolution. That's worth 2 bad mutes, especially given that neither of them really matters. I don't know. Shapeshifters, like, I think they heal when they swap shapes, but sometimes they don't, and I don't understand why the difference, or if I'm just imagining it, or what. I don't know. One of these days, I'd like to look that up, but not today. How are we doing on time? We got time to at least take a look at Dungeon 15 without making the episode go unreasonably long. And I know, like, I don't know. Ooh, you guys don't exactly care if an episode goes a bit long or whatever, but I try to keep them a reasonable length when I can. So this is, like, not a good place to be. Yeah, and he's got a chance to paralyze us, and if he does, we'll just die. So what I'm going to do is step back and then corrupt this place. And try to get out of the way of all these nasties. That seems to have worked pretty well, actually. Is Rupert dead yet? No. Alright, we'll just fight these guys. Is Rupert dead yet? Yep. Oh, corruption is so good. I mean, on the one hand, I kind of want to try and help these guys out. And I also don't want to leave the floor while they're here, because they're making good progress for me. But actually, you know what? They're sort of just stealing experience that I would rather have. Now that they've taken care of Rupert, I would rather they go away. Oh, I see they're still here. I can hear all the noises they're making. Or perhaps the monsters that they're killing are making. I'm not sure which. Yeah, they're still here. I thought they might disappear when you leave the floor. Yeah, so corrupt. Good way to deal with Rupert, huh? Wow, 4%, huh? The Rakshasa weaves an illusion, but what illusion? I don't see anything. Is that the illusion? I mean, obviously not. That's not what the Rakshasa spell does. It, like, creates copies of things. It doesn't make doesn't make things invisible. It just seems weird that it would say weaves an illusion and then, like, nothing appears to happen. I don't know. Whatever, we got him. 42 armor will do that. Gargoyles are pretty crazy. Skeletal warriors have decent magic resist, right? Yeah. I don't know. Like, I was not really seriously considering, oh no, a skeletal warrior, we gotta banish it. But I like to know what options we have available, just in case, you know? Like, is banishing these guys something that is ever going to be a good idea? And the answer to that is, like, probably not. It's, like, it could possibly succeed, but it's not likely that that's going to be the best plan when our chance for it to work is only 24%. And we do fine just tabbing them. We're probably getting close to the point where we want to swap weapons to that Great Mace and enchant it up. Right? 17.3? Seems pretty close anyway to 20. Yeah, I think that would be an improvement. So as soon as we're done with this fight, I'm going to take off my buckler and swap weapons to the Great Mace and enchant up the Great Mace. Actually, I'll check and see if there's any like Great Maces that are better lying around on the ground. No. There might be some in vaults, but I don't want to wait until we get to vaults to have a good weapon. I mean, the one we have is fine, but it's sort of like an early game weapon. So let's head back to a staircase so that we, if we do get surprised while we're taking off our buckler, you know what, that's just dumb. Just take off the buckler now. It's pretty quick to take off a buckler. And wield G. There we go. Oh, and 5 times read E on A. Excellent. Now we've got our endgame weapon. I mean, it would be nice if it were a little bit more well enchanted, but you can't have everything, and it'll get there before too long, I think. It'd also be nice if we, had it at perfect min-delay skill, but we'll get there. It's a step up from what we were doing, I'm reasonably certain. Especially against undead monsters, but that's, I think, a secondary concern. Whoa, what is all this damage? Help! The Ogre Mage has a halberd. Let's just back up a bit to heal. And we seem to have lost the Ogre Mage somehow. Did he go invisible or something? Oh, he Crystal Speared me, I see. Okay. Where am I? I'm over here. So I'm just gonna head. Like, I don't know. Now that we seem to just have this ogre, we could probably handle him just fine without any more shenanigans. But I wanted to be closer to a stair just in case things go badly. And Banish is not likely to work against him, right? 40%. We already corrupted this floor up there. I think I'm just going to head to the stair. This guy has some pretty serious spells at his disposal. Mostly LCS, of course. But I don't want to fight him while I'm low on health, since he proved that he is capable of doing a big chunk of our damage at once. Or a big chunk of our health as damage at once. I think we ought to be able to like tab him most of the time, but I want to be in good shape and have an escape route ready before I commit to that, I guess. There's something like, I think I'm clearly not evaluating threats as well as I would like, because I'm sort of just saying like, oh, that Ogre Mage, happened to roll well against us. Therefore, Ogre Mages in general are a bigger threat than I thought. But like the next time I see an Ogre Mage, he won't do that much damage, and I'll be like, oh, he's no problem. But he'll be, in theory, just as big a problem as this one. I think I'm just like, I don't know, a little bit too biased towards, yeah, now I wish I had Corrupt for this as well. Too biased towards past results. What is all this damage? Oh wait, is there a way out down here? There's not. Whoops. What I should be doing is doing a better job of saying, oh, this is an Ogre Mage, it's dangerous. And not just saying, oh, an Ogre Mage did a lot of damage to us, therefore Ogre Mages are dangerous, because that kind of stinks a little? I don't know. I'll take it, I guess. Because the first Ogre Mage could be the dangerous one that kills me, right? You'd like to know that they're dangerous before one of them hits you. And then perhaps kills you. Yeah, I was thinking of like quaffing another, or not quaffing, but taking another random mutation. Because I don't really like the good mute that I got out of, come on, Rakshasa, you're not real. Well, rather, that ugly thing isn't real. I should banish him, actually. I'm a bit low on health. Yeah. The Rakshasa got me surrounded by ugly things, which I did not appreciate. Okay, that's all handled. Anyway, just saying I should do a better job of recognizing threats. Ah! Be dead. We'll get him. There we go. See? We didn't even need to use curing. Maybe we should have, but we got away with not doing it. Orbs Fighter is a problem, a bit anyway. Maybe I should have Spanish him again, but I don't know. Also, I should consider... what am I thinking? Investing just a bit more in invocations now. But I think I'll wait. I mentioned invocations because Enter the Abyss. We're sort of getting more towards the point in the game where that's something we want to have handy, I think. So 17 is too high, right? You want that reliable, because the whole point of that skill existing is that it is an instant, reliable escape method. And if it's unreliable, you sort of lose a lot of the advantage. Like, you might as well just be a worse teleport if you can't cast it reliably. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.